So before we continue with the main story, you may recall that we were directed to come over here because apparently the Yongle are dealing with these mist lurkers, or attacking mist lurkers. So, this is Orbiss. So, the Shadow Pan have sent you to see what the Yongle are doing? Well, do you see? My fate is sealed. The Yongle put this spear in my side. You can see the spear sticking through his form there. Yeah. The wound will kill me. The Yongle hold me in place with their twisted, corrupted magic. The indignity of it hurts worse than my spear wound. My death, I cannot stop. My imprisonment, you may be able to help me with this. So he needs us to go slay Damong Naruk, the shaman who holds him hostage, a powerful mist shaman of the Osul tribe. I may need to hold off because other players. Unfortunately, other players just kind of interfere and ruin the experience of going through this, you know? I know it's an MMO, I know it's a multiplayer game, but when you have things that are designed to let you experience it from, say, a single-player experience, and then other players are just kind of like interfering with it, especially when it causes like dialogues and cutscenes and all those things to go out of place and out of order because of that, it just really ruins the immersion and the experience, you know? Now, I know that I've said this before, immersion is a very subjective, personal thing, because how we have immersion in our stories and our games is all gonna depend on the individual. I have never believed the idea that immersion is something that applies to everybody, because how you choose to immerse yourself in these experiences is entirely up to you. I've had this discussion with other people. How they have immersion with their stories and their games can be very different from how I have immersion when it comes to these things. It's not always going to be a universal application for everybody. It's always going to be different, in my opinion. I'm sure there are some that may disagree with that, but that's just honestly how I feel about it. You know, I've had this discussion argument when it comes to games that handle the idea of immersion differently from others, you know? Like whether it's an MMO or whether it's other single-player games that do things that for some people it ruins the immersion, and for some people it's like, well, it doesn't ruin the immersion because that's not how I choose to immerse myself in that experience. You know, I've had this discussion with people when it comes to, say, Elder Scrolls, you know? And other games as well. And when it comes to an MMO that, you know, maybe originally, like, going back to the days of Vanilla, it didn't matter because they really weren't doing that much of a story focus back then, in those days, because that wasn't really what their focus was. But over time, it has gotten a much more heavy story focus with each expansion, which I'm happy about. But, unfortunately, the whole, you know, other players kind of interfere with that experience, if that's what the kind of experience you're wanting, just kind of keeps rearing its head, like, up, and this is an example as to why. This quest line in particular we're going to do with Orbiss here is going to be an example, so may as well just go ahead and do this quest in the meantime while waiting for those other players to kind of get done with it. Mixed properly, the pollen from these flowers can eat away at the poison without doing any lasting damage to the body otherwise.
Stay vigilant.
Oh, marvelous. And in good condition, too. Thank you, kind demon hunter.
Be strong.
So we will aid Tao Shi in a bit later. But for now, let's go back to Orbiss. Or rather, let's go see if the shaman that he wants us to kill is no longer being already killed by another player. Which you can see from here. You see that line there? Showing that he's literally using this to keep Orbiss there hostage? Yeah. You were on the wrong side of this battle, Blood Elf. You are with savage beasts.
I need a target.
That's rich coming from you. No! I've lost focus on the torch!
I'm out of range.
Must regain control! Ugh. I am freed. The Yongle must be stopped. Until recently, the Yongle shaman would come here to work alongside us. Now they bend my people to their will. If we refuse, they kill us. Even if we oblige, they kill us. The Yongle Mist Shaman's magic flows through his torch. Take his torch away, and he has nothing. You can see the amount of different lurkers here that they are basically trying to keep prisoner and hostage.
It's too far away.
With this magic, and you could probably consider this a form of dark shamanism. Much like how the,
I need to target something first.
Much like how the Grim Totem
I'm out of
used
range.
their dark shaman magic to imprison elementals. Which, let's be honest, it doesn't really surprise anybody that the Yongle would be kind of going about dark shamanism in the same way that the Grim Totem do. I can use these torches in my revenge. I have not succumbed to this wound yet. I can still have my revenge before I die. This torch, the Yongle once used these to communicate with me, with my people. Now, they use them to undo us. If I am going to die, I will die with my friends by my side. I will die knowing that I did everything I could to avenge my people. I will die staring directly into the shamed face of my enemy. The leader of the Yongle Mist Shaman is named Jahesh. He is known for his strength. One of my kind is also known for his strength. His name is Golgos. Golgos sleeps within the mists of the upper sump rushes. Help me to summon him, and he will join me in avenging our people. If I am to fight Jahesh, leader of the Yongle Mist Shaman, I must have Arconis by my side. Arconis' ferocity is second to none. He rests beneath the mists of the upper sump rushes. Find his resting place, and then use these torches to awaken him. It's a very interesting perspective from his side of things, knowing that you are going to die. There's no stopping you from dying. But you are determined that before you die, you are absolutely going to do anything you can to get back at those who have wronged you and your people and help avenge your people. Closer. And just make sure that before you die, that you did everything that you could to help.
I'm out of range. I don't have a target.
Rise, Arcoconus. Rise and become my Death Knight. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Arise, my champion. Must fight Osul now. Must stop hatred. And of course, as you can probably guess, the Shah of Hatred is, well, certainly involved with what's going on with the Osul tribe here, because of course he is. As we saw in Kun Lai, he's actually quite manipulative and, well, conniving in terms of his plots and plans. And now it is your turn, Golgos. Arise, Golgos, and become my champion. Look, I'm sorry. Is it really wrong for me to have some fun with this idea that we're doing a summoning here, like as if the Lich King was summoning somebody back from the dead to be his new Death Knight or Horseman? And Golgos looks to be a biggin. He's a big boy. And of course, notice that we keep having these things show up. You even have these rodents showing up. Golgos is not one for words. Alright, Orbiss. I've got your buddies here to help you out. Golgos does not speak your language, other than a few words. I suppose I am unique in this regard. He thanks you for summoning him. You're welcome, Golgos. It will be difficult to lose with Arconis by my side. You're really hyping up Arconis here. Are you his hype man? I have resolved to remove this spear from my side. For this, I require your assistance. Your grasping hands are stronger than mine. I mean, I do have the hands and strength of a demon hunter, so I'd like to think I can be able to really pull that out. That's... yoink it out? Huh. You okay, Orbiss? By removing this spear, I have truly guaranteed my own death. This does not frighten me. I would sooner die than live carrying the weapon of my enemy. I'm sure you're not alone in how that feels. Golgos' strength is great, but he requires nutrition before he can use it. The snarlthorn bushes in the upper sump rushes have heavy fibrous branches. These should sate his appetite. Arconis fights with unmatched fury, but his extended stay beneath the mists has left him weakened. The rodents of the swamp are plentiful, and their bodies are filled with nourishing blood. Return with blood enough to reignite Arconis' spirit. I knew death would come. I did not know that it would come this fast. I must buy time. The mist of the upper sump rushes is warm and fragrant. Such mist is nutritive to my kind. Gather this mist however you can, in jars, in vials, within the interior of your bags. Bring it back to me, and I can use it to remain corporeal for a bit longer. I'll do what I can, Orbiss.
It's too far away. I need to get closer. It's too far away. I need to get closer.
There we go. There are the snarl lines. Now, some of you may be going, wait a minute, how do you collect gushing mist? Well, that's an excellent question. If you've recently played God of War Ragnarok, you may understand the idea. Let's just say it has to do with a quote by somebody that said something about form and nature. And that's all I'm gonna say without giving too much. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who hasn't experienced that yet. And by the way, in case you're wondering, yes, I do intend to at some point do a playthrough of God of War Ragnarok on my channel. Let's just say that I am holding off for the time being until the time is right. But I fully intend to do a playthrough of God of War Ragnarok on my channel at some point. If you are eager to see that, feel free to let me know. Anytime I see comments from folks about them letting me know how much they want to see me do a playthrough of such and such, it helps with my motivation to want to get back to trying to not only record, but to also work on recording that specific thing. We are one step closer to my goal. Yet another step closer to completing my mission. I told you earlier this wound would be my death. While you have bought me a bit more time, it is not long now. Now is the time to strike. Golgos, Arcanus, and I will go east into Jahesh's domain. Meet us there, and prepare for battle. Today, we restore the pride of our people. Come, friends. Glory awaits us. It's got to be an interesting feeling knowing that you are on the verge of dying and that you want to do one last good thing before your time is over. And of course, he's dead because other players. And so now we wait. While I wait, I may as well go ahead and sort this out. Well, there's a couple more players here already waiting. So, unfortunately... Or not. Alright. You must be the one that's been helping these pitiful mistlurkers! That's enough! I have enough torches to erase all three of you! The elements shield me! If you refuse to bend to the torch, you will die to the torch! You're next, small one. There's another mislooker here. I can smell his stink. Don't think I can't see you back there hiding in the shadows. You resist the power of the torch. Why won't you die, beast? Because my will, the will of my people, is stronger than yours. No! My name will be forgotten, but my actions will not, nor will yours. And then Orbiss dies. Rest in peace, Orbiss. Hi, Taoshi.
You have my attention.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that is, Grey Delisle Griffin voicing her. Which, if I need to remind you who that is, let's see. That is Catwoman in the Batman Arkham games. That is, Azula in Avatar The Last Airbender. That is Li Ming from Diablo 3. I could go on. She's done so much. She's one of the most accomplished and one of my personal favorite voice actresses in the industry. I love her, and I love her voice. She's so good. You look capable. Terran knows to send me the best. I like that.
Silent and deadly.
Those are manted scouts down there. Galran's battlefront is meant to keep them out of eastern Townlong steppes. If we allow them north of the barricade, we may lose our foothold here. Let's clear them out. I'll be with you.
Be wary.
In the shadows. Remember, she's a rogue. And she's part of the Uncrowned. So yeah, she's like one of the most well-accomplished rogues in all of Azeroth. Deadly efficiency. She's like, you're just killing everything before I can even get there.
I need to get closer.
Sorry, Taoshi, I'm sure you're wanting to get in on the fun, but it's not my fault they're just instantly dying to me. Okay, maybe it is my fault, but with the way I've set up my character, but you know what I mean.
It's too far away.
Look. Sometimes it's fun to feel overpowered, okay?
I'm out of range.
Good work. Meet me at the eastern entrance of the blockade.
Find the hole in the defenses and
We need to find the hole.
I need a target.
Apparently, once I got closer to her, then you could hear her. Is this an option they added in the game at some point? Like, is there some kind of option I'm not aware of where the audio of their dialogue changes based on distance? Because I don't like that. From errors. Distance filtering. Real-world audio environment by reducing audio frequency over distance. No! I don't want that option on. Because then it's like, if I'm standing a little too far away, all of a sudden I can barely hear them, and it's like, what? What? I can barely hear you! And I don't like that. So hopefully that has fixed the issue. I wasn't even aware that was an option.
What's the situation?
This is where they're getting through. The Eastern Pass.
Keep your eyes keen.
The gap in the defenses is in this path. Mantid are sneaking past the scouts and getting around the barricade. We need to cut them off before we find ourselves surrounded.
Stay light.
Normally it only takes a few scouts to hold this pass. Most of this territory is in sight of the wall, so archers would devastate any Mantid force attempting to push through here. The problem is most of the archers are occupied with the onslaught at the gate. Take this flare. It will help you locate the Mantid that are sneaking through the Eastern Pass under our diminished watch. Kill any you find. We can't let them lay a trail that may lead to the Mantid swarms farther into the steppes.
Keep your eyes keen. Be wary.
I'm being told that our scouts have been on duty in Shallow Step Pass for more than 2 days straight. No rest. No wonder Mantid are sleeping through. Even the most dedicated scouts would slip through those kind of shifts, of course. I want you to go out there and deliver orders to the scouts that they are to return to the battlefront immediately for rest and rations. I'll arrange for a new shift to be posted. I love that this is heavily acknowledging that, you can't just keep constant watch because you need sleep. You need food. And it's just like, if you just go days without rest, you're gonna literally collapse or fall apart.
Pandaria conceals a great...
Good to meet you, Demon Hunter. We have traps all along the pass to help us catch Mantid that might be sneaking through, but the numbers have been so great that most of the traps have already been triggered. Taoshi said you might be able to reset some of them while you're out here. Can you help?
Watch the shadows.
I'll do what I can.
We are the Watchers on the wall.
I have orders for you to return to the battlefront.
Stay vigilant.
Let my replacement know that a lot of Mantid have been trying to sneak through the main channel. This is no easy post. Yeah, I'm sure it isn't. But you still need sleep. Like, this is very much acknowledging something that's very important when it comes to holding a front or holding a battle line or maintaining a force or an army, are supplies and rest. And when I say supplies, I'm also including food amongst supplies.
Beware the western wind.
Even better news than I was hoping. I look forward to a warm bed. No kidding. Although if it's as hot as it is these days in the summer, you don't really want your bed too warm. If it's really hot, like it is during the summer, I prefer when I get in and my sheets are all nice and cool. So it just kind of helps cool me down so I'm not feeling that hot. Because if you get into a hot bed while it's roasting hot around, that's not really going to help. That's just simply going to make you just go, it's so hot. I'd much rather prefer it's like, oh, it's nice and cool. Oh, that feels so good, you know? That's just me. But then again, I've never been too fond of the heat in the first place. I much rather prefer it to be cool and cold.
What is it? We serve so others do not have to.
That swarm is what we have to look forward to. Oh, ancestors help us if they decide to turn on the battlefront. Yeah, if you think it's bad here, just wait until we head that direction. Keep in mind, we are right here at the very... this is the battlefront. We are right here at the very border of Townlong Steppes and the Dreadways. So, if they think it's bad right here, just wait until we head in there. That's where things are going to get even more interesting. But we are also going to be learning quite a bit more about them over there. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll see what I mean.
Our vigil is
Look,
constant.
note all the dead mantid in this area.
The wall must stand.
Even better than rations. Rest! I thought I'd be out here for a while yet. I love how relieved they sound to be like, oh, thank God, I finally get to go just lay down and sleep. What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Not ready yet.
Aha!
I need to get closer.
Took me a moment to realize that we're supposed to use this flare like a hunter over these areas here and then be like, aha! I have found you! Sneaky mantid. Although you don't even have to use the flare. If I see them there, I can just be like, hey! Come out of stealth! There we go.
We are the sword in the shadows.
Oh, we could use a few more capable women like you around the camp. Thank you for your help, Demon Hunter.
The wall must stand.
By the way, notice that as we're doing this, we're getting more reputation with the Shadow Pawn. Which I'm curious about how these reps are going. I am exalted with the Forest Hosen, of course I am. Neutral with the Golden Lotus, because we haven't done anything yet over there in the Vale. Only friendly with the Order of the Cloud Serpent. I am now revered with the Shadow Pawn. And honored with the Shadow Pawn Assault. Honored with the Lore Walkers, though I'm sure that's going to change once I turn in some of these quests I've been getting. We don't have some other reps yet, like I haven't worked on my August Celestials rep, or my Black Prince rep, lol. And notice the Claxi. That's interesting. Also, there's another noticeable rep you probably haven't noticed. That's because we haven't gone to the Timeless Isle yet, so... We'll see whether or not I'm able to work on reps at some point, once we're done with the questing. That's my main focus, though. There are more getting through than I thought. I may need to stay here and clean up a while.
Keep your eyes keen.
Thank you. I'll have the new scouts at their post shortly.
Be wary.
I still have some cleanup to do here in the pass. There are some more mantid still making it through. You're a valuable person to have at hand, though, and I know Terran wouldn't appreciate me keeping you longer for such basic work. Terran should still be in the main camp with Gowran. Report back in. I'll catch up with you a bit later.
Silent and deadly.
How can the Shadowpan serve?
Welcome back. I heard about the breaches in the Eastern Pass. It sounds like I put the right people on the job.
Do not succumb.
Gowran's men need help down on the southern front. If you want to stand by the Shadowpan, that is where you should do it.
Stay focused. Keep your passions in check.
What's up, Septi?
We are the sword in the shadows. Be strong.
I could use your help. With their long shifts, our warriors down at the southern front of the battlefront are fighting to the point of exhaustion, and many of them have been exposed to the poison. We need more people to tend to the wounded. I've prepared some bandages with the herbs that you brought me, but if you have some healing skill, those might work even better. Please, get our men back on their feet so they can get back here to safety.
Move like the night. Be strong.
I do have another task for you, though it's a mite grim. I really need to get to the bottom of this mantid poison, but to do that, I need more information directly from the source. While you're down the southern battlefield, could you bring me back some mantid limbs so that I could examine their intact poison glands?
Move like the night.
Oh, if I must. Hey, Mantid, give me your limbs! I just start ripping their limbs off like, hurrah!
I don't have a target.
20 of these? Yikes. And I gotta do it one at a time, huh? Wow. Yeah, couldn't have done this a little bit better, Blizzard? Just saying. Like, even if I'm able to bunch them up together like this, the fact that I have to do this one at a time is quite annoying, honestly. I like how they just run past me like, ah, he's just collecting our limbs. Not a big deal, just continue on. Sir, shouldn't we stop him from collecting our limbs? Nah, it's not a big deal. We have more of those. We have numbers to spare.
Pandaria conceals a great darkness.
I don't even have to kill more of them. I can just go around and see ones that are already injured, killed, and just gonna be like, oh, hey, an intact limb. How nice. Oh, now this guard's like, hey, stop it! But I do need to find more of these guys and heal them up.
Too far away.
I'm sure there are some older players thinking, man, remember when first aid was, like, a thing in this game? Like, learning first aid and bandages and all that. And it's basically not anymore.
I need to target something first.
Alright, Septi, I hope you can make use of these.
We are the Watchers on the wall.
There are several warriors that owe their lives to you. You have my deepest appreciation.
The wall must stand.
I'm hoping to find a permanent counter to the poison so that the men won't be afflicted in the first place. It may take some time to piece it together, though.
Stay vigilant.
Oh, these are in great condition. Thank you. You know, I've managed to distill some of their poison into a form that we can apply readily. I've even come up with some methods for weaving it into spell casting, if you believe it. Would you like to give some a try? I imagine this was a unique reward or something you got back in regular WoW if you did this quest, compared to in Remix where all you're getting is cash.
Move like the night.
I also like the idea that once Remix is over and this becomes a regular retail character, they'll already have a chunk of gold on this character already. And of course, we are inching ever closer to the release of War Within and its pre-patch, which I am so looking forward to. All the account-wide things are going to be unlocked. I'm so looking forward to that.
We are outnumbered, but not outwitted.
The men of the battlefront are growing to respect you. You clearly know how to fight.
Hold fast.
I've got another job for you. The dragon cannons we depend on to keep the thicker swarms of Mantid back are running low on ammo. The camp's cannoneers developed an improvised explosive that's made from the globe seeds down the western ridge. They dispatched a couple initiates to bring some back hours ago, but have heard nothing from them. I want to send someone a bit more capable to make sure that this gets taken care of. Are you my woman for this?
Remain centered.
Again, notice just how Terran Zoo was not talking to us like this when we were here, like even going back to the Jade Forest. And he's just changed his tune quite a bit. Ignoring the way he, like, pretend... Gosh, that whole cutscene of talking with Zuen kind of ruins the point I'm trying to make, because it makes so much more sense if that happens before the events of the monastery, whereas it's supposed to take place afterwards because MMO time and all that stuff, but yeah. Yeah, you better run!
We must not falter.
I can't catch the little buggers for the life of me. Kill any that you can get your hands on and keep a close eye on your valuables. They like to steal anything that isn't tied down. So we get volatile orbs. Okay.
Watch the shadows.
Chaos cookies! Well, I'm a demon, so maybe that'll be fine, I guess. 10 in a useful stat. Really, just 10? Look, this is really embarrassing, but I set down my sword for like 1 second to gather some orbs. Just 1 second, I swear. And a big sprite sprung out of nowhere and snatched it, and then bounded off down the western gap. I can't go back to camp without it. Losing your weapon is a sure way to get kicked out of the Shadow Pan. It's sacred. A Jedi never loses his weapon, right? Please, can you try to find this big sprite and get my sword back? It would mean a lot to me. This weapon is your life, Anakin.
We serve so others do.
Sorry, I had to make the joke. Another joke I could have gone that some of the people may not get is the one from Megaforce, where Troy's like, a ranger never loses his weapon. And to which was just kind of like, huh? It's one of the many things that I love to joke about and make fun of when it comes to that season of Power Rangers, because anyone who's seen Megaforce knows just how infuriating and frustrating that season was. It's one of the reasons why I loved Linkara's History of Power Rangers that season, because of how much he was able to just make fun of it. For comedy's sake, of course. But it just made kind of like recapping that season just more bearable, having his comedy with it. Just because I very much enjoyed the jokes at the expense of that season, because of how much it drove me insane. Keep in mind, that was a season that I actually came back to watch because of all the hype and promises they were making about this big epic team-up at the end with Rangers of the Past and all that stuff. And it was one of the biggest letdowns that we have ever had. And it was just like, well, that was certainly not worth the wait.
I need a target.
Not at all. Not even close. Needle Bottom. Excuse me. Needle Bottom? Sorry. Sorry we killed him too fast before you could tag it.
I don't have a target.
Alright, I'm gonna go this way because the hunter's going that way, so I don't want to, I don't know, steal any kills from him, so. Gotta get a couple more of these guys. Or rather, a couple more of the orbs. Alright. And let's see. There's one right there. Well, there's supposed to be a rare that spawns right there, but hasn't shown up yet, so.
What is it?
I guess you're a bit faster than me. Well, thanks. I'll try to finish collecting some orbs and get them back to camp while there's still some faces to save.
Beware the Western Wind. We are the Watchers on
My mom warned me that this was going to happen.
the wall.
You're a lifesaver! Seriously, thank you so much.
Beware the Western Wind.
Sure. Ooh, cookies. Nom 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 nom. I wonder if by the end of this zone, I may actually end up being exalted with the Shadow Pawn. That'd be great. What would be even better, I don't know if it's going to work this way, but what I would love is, because we're about to get account-wide reputations and renown with War Within, if, let's say, we didn't do these reputations in regular retail, but we did them in Remix, Blizzard, let us keep these exalted reps from Remix into regular retail when the time comes, okay? I don't want to have to do this again on a character in regular retail when I've already been doing it here in Remix, you know?
We shall never yield.
Back even more quickly than expected. Did you bring me the seeds?
Our fellowship.
It's good to have a demon hunter that I can count on.
Do not succumb.
The mantid numbers have been increasing since you left for the cleft. Let's put these orbs you gather to use. Get down on the battlefront and man one of those cannons. Let none through.
Remain centered, my friend.
I mean, I kind of have to, Terranzu. I'm a demon hunter. Do you have any idea what I have to do to maintain sanity? Because of the demon within. What?
I need to get closer.
I mean, that's true. Fire the cannon, you blackguards! I like how he's like, let none through, and there's a bunch down here I am basically not able to fire upon. And they're just kind of like, we're breaking through! Oh! Well, that's not good. The terror of the Dread
Looks like we
Waste.
have our work cut out for us. Let's get down to business.
We're not done yet.
Stay light.
That thing is huge! The Shadow Pan holding the battlefront were never trained. Oh, ready when you are. We were never trained for something like this. Let's get down there and take it out ourselves.
Keep your eyes keen. Ready when you are.
What the? Get back here!
I don't have a target.
Let us meet back up with Lord Zoo. There is nothing more we can do here.
Discipline. It is the only way.
You're coming with me. I've never seen someone handle themselves on the battlefield like that. I need a strong demon hunter like you with me when we face the Shah of Hatred. You got it, Terranzu.
Stay focused. Keep your passions in check.
I'm heading westward with Tao Shi to gather the strongest that I can find to confront the Shah of Hatred. I would like you to come with me. Terranzu would not have said this to us when we first came here. He was like, I want nothing to do with you. I want you gone. I don't want you here. And now he is like, no, you're coming with me because I'm going to need your help against the Shah because I know you can be one to help me out. It's such a different version of Terranzu than what we have been dealing with up until this point. It's amazing how once we help him become unpossessed by a Shah that he's like, you know what? You're alright.
Hold fast against the shadow. We've done all we can here. Farewell, Galran. I will send more men as soon as I am able.
Appreciated, Lord Zoo. Good luck in your hunt.
Come, let us go. It's time for us to continue westward after the Shah of Hatred. We We will need more veteran Shadowpan among us before we can confront it. We'll stop at the encampments along the way.
Do you feel that?
Yes, the Shah of Hatred has been through here. You, Initiate! Where are the troops?
Lord Zhu, they are down at the bridge, holding off a Mantid attack force, sir.
Help these men get their camp in order. I'll assess the state of the bridge.
Of course, Lord Zhu.
Seething flesh rippers.
All that matters is the mission.
Oh, apparently there's a new version of details up. I'll have to take care of that in between videos. Let's get this taken care of so we can get down to the bridge.
Silent and...
These scorpions are infested with Shah. It seems to have driven them out of their hole and into our camp, seething with hatred at invaders in their territory. We need to clear the scorpions and secure the camp. Kill any you find.
Be wary.
We are the sword in the shadows.
I was dispatched back to camp to gather pitch-tipped arrows for our archers at the bridge, and this is what I came to. I trained with most of these Pandaren. I wasn't prepared for this. Still, the archers at the bridge need our help. If you could help gather arrows from the wreckage, then maybe we can salvage something from this horror.
We serve so
hey,
others
look.
do not have to.
Ah, grats for all those achievements.
I need a target.
Did want to kill them too quickly because I want to make sure that the monk had a chance to actually tag those things. Whoops, my bad. Sorry. Like, I only hit it with my glaive, but apparently that was enough to kill it before the monk even reached them. Oh, the monk's way over there, so... Like, I'm not one who likes to steal, credit from other players, you know? Now, I don't think that me picking up these arrows is interfering with another player. I think they can also pick it up.
Let's get down to business.
Good. What's left of the camp will be a bit safer.
Stay light on your feet.
We are the watchers on the wall.
Thank you. You didn't have to help, but you did. Thank you.
I will handle the rest of this. You take those arrows and get down to the action at the bridge.
In a moment, Taoshi. Lao Qin's archers will need those arrows down at the bridge. Can you bring them?
What?
I will handle the rest of this. You take those arrows and get down to the action at the bridge.
Taoshi, you're repeating yourself. A quiver of Shadowpan fire arrows.
Well, what's on your mind?
Welcome to the mess.
See you.
Terranzu told me what became of my camp. I would have stopped it if I could, but the attacks on the bridge have not let up. Thank you for bringing me these arrows. My archers will make good use of them.
The Shadowpan welcome you.
The Mantid coming across the bridge have thick carapaces that shrug off most of our attacks. They have a weakness, though. Fire. Lao Chen's men brought kegs to the battlefield for exactly this purpose. Kick the kegs into groups of Mantid, and Lao Chen's archers will light them up. They should be easy to finish off from there.
Our fellowship is our strength.
Pandaria conceals a great darkness.
Oh, there they are. Hold on. Whoops. Oopsie. Wow, it's very picky about what direction you kick those barrels. Can I... Is this really like... Oh, wow, it doesn't even go the way. You know what? Forget it.
I need to target something.
I don't need no stinking barrels. See? It didn't even hit that thing. Yeah, who needs barrels when I can just go ahead and just, you know, kill them? There we go.
We are out.
We have the added benefit that the Mantid will leave with broken morale after watching their brethren burn to death. Grim, but many lives will be spared if they simply stop pressing our lines.
Stay focused. Keep your passions in check.
Let's press these insects back across the bridge and break their spirits. Follow my lead.
See you.
Lord Zhu, we'll return shortly. Calm. Let's push these insects back. This is where we make our stand.
Damage increased by 200%. Hello there. I thought...
Make your way back to Terranzu. I'll catch up with you shortly.
I don't know, it doesn't seem to be working. Unfortunately.
How can the Shadowpan serve? I take it you were successful at the bridge.
We were. My new friend here performed stunningly.
You ought to join us in our hunt for the Shah of Hatred then, Lao Chin. The men here should be able to hold the bridge and repair the camp on their own.
Of course. My staff is yours, Lord Zhu.
Do not succumb to the darkness.
We are one stronger. Your help is invaluable. Let's move on westward to Rensai's watchpost to find the last member for our party.
Remain centered, my friend. The crossroads are not far. Let us seek out our last member there.
Is it to be Hawkmaster Nurong, then?
Yes. We'll need his expertise with a crossbow when the final battle comes.
My men speak highly of this new wrong. It will be good to finally meet him.
I don't know.
Good to see you well, Rensai. We're here for Hawkmaster Nurong. Where can we find—
Well met, Lord Zhu. He's with the rest of my men, holding the line at Farwatch Overlook.
Farwatch Overlook? I've heard no reports of Mantid in the chasm below.
No, not the chasm. Flyers. In numbers like we've never seen.
Taoshi, the Shah of Hatred is close. Find it and report back to me.
At once, Lord Zhu.
Help at Farwatch Overlook, and then bring Nurong back to us here. Our final confrontation approaches swiftly.
You got it.
Discipline. It is the only way.
We are close. I can feel the unnatural hatred surging. It's a testament to the training of the Shadowpan that the forces here have not been consumed by its influence.
Our fellowship is our strength.
And we will continue our pursuit of the Shah of Hatred when we return. Stay tuned.